Hi, I'm Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do the hashtag put out by Marlena Teresa called Everyday Carrie Tarot, where you go through your decks and decide which one you would use for an everyday carry. And I've seen multiple videos where people did it different ways, where they showed the ones that they definitely carry with them, or they've gone through the process of back and forth of why it wouldn't work and so on. So I kind of have a mixture of both those concepts in here. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I don't go into a coughing fit, since I am still getting over this nasty cold that I came down with. So the first deck I'm going to show is an actual everyday carry of mine. It is the deck that I have taken with us when we have gone on vacation to the beach. That's where my husband and I like to go when we have a chance to get to the East Coast. And I've taken this so many times that I actually bought a backup copy of it because I'm terrified something's going to happen to it. And that is my Roots and Wings Oracle. I love this oracle. I love everything about it. I like the white space on it. I like the images on it. And I really do like the expansive keywords. The very first time I decided to travel with a deck, and I took this one, I think it's all I took. I don't even think I took a tarot with me. And I almost lost a card because I would read with it in the mornings on the balcony in my lounge chair, and I had my coffee and I had my cards spread out in front of me on the chair, and we stay oceanfront, and this gust of wind came, and I literally caught a card with my toe as it was like starting to be swept off the balcony and just about had a heart attack. So I quickly ordered a second copy of this because I didn't want to stop taking it with me, because it really is a well-rounded oracle, and I think gives wonderful insight, especially when I'm just doing one card draws. When I'm at the beach, I don't want to do heavy shadow readings or anything like that. I would just want a card to give me an energy for the day, or a card to take away from the end of the day, something along those lines. I don't sit there and do big, huge spreads while we're on vacation. And this one is just, like I said, perfect for that, because the keywords can really open a door to your intuition of where it could take you for the meanings of these cards. I do carry it in this little pouch, and when we go on vacation, I have a whole separate bag where I take some art supplies and a journal and, you know, some decks, so I have more space to carry a larger deck with me if I wanted to. So this is definitely one that is an everyday carry, and I for vacation purposes, and I really, really love it for that reason. A second one that I've taken with us on vacation, so this I would consider, I guess, an everyday carry. I mean, it's a seasonal carry, I guess. It's not every day, is When My Soul Whispered Oracle deck. But either one of these decks could be used as an everyday carry. This one I also love because of the white space to it. Sometimes I really like the white space around a deck, and it's just what I need. If I need that one card pull, I need that quick message, nothing that I want to go too deep into if I don't want to. This is a nice, small, compact oracle. It would easily fit in my purse. I don't carry a backpack or anything large like that. So this is the perfect size. It's even smaller than the Roots and Wings. So this was even better if I did want to use this for an everyday carry. And take it with me. I have traveled with this to my brother's when I visited him before. So this is a nice one to have with you. The guidebook is right there. I'm not going to take a deck that I have to lug a big guidebook for, or that I wouldn't understand for some reason. So that's part of the criteria. A deck I would like to use for an everyday carry is the Signs of the Times Oracle. I adore this deck. It is really great. And the thing I would like about this in regards to an everyday carry is actually using it for the keywords or whatever messages from the guidebook, but then also using it for the symbolism on the card and looking for those symbols, looking for that image throughout the day. I did that with my members a couple months ago. I talked about it in a wrap-up video, and it's really fun because it's unexpected the way these symbols show up for you throughout the day. And I think this would be fun for that if you took this with you as an everyday carry and, you know, looked for the lotus flower in some way, or looked for the bee image in some way, and see what was happening in the moment for you and how it related to the message of the card. I really do think that that would be a fun thing to do. So I'm hoping that since Hay House is starting to make more pocket decks, that maybe they would consider putting this one in pocket form, because if they did, I would snatch it up immediately and I would use it for just that. I would probably keep it in the car, matter of fact, for that everyday carry experience, because this one is just really fun. And looking for the symbols on the card adds a little bit more to the meaning when you watch for those throughout your day. So this is the Signs of the Times by Crystal Banner. Besides the portability factor of the everyday carry, I think it also needs to be a deck that could be easily replaced. I would never take any of my indie decks, I don't think, with me out anywhere, with, you know, the exception of the Roots and Wings, but I bought a backup copy just so I could have it here in case something happened to that one. Another one that I would love to be in a smaller form to take for an everyday carry is the Good Karma Tarot. First of all, I don't even have this in its box anymore because it's too big. So it resides in this little bag I made. But the book is too big to fit in my purse. And I mean, I don't need the book, first of all. But even the cards are too bulky for me to carry with me in my purse. But I really do think this is a perfect deck if you were going to a restaurant, meaning girlfriends, friends, whatever, somewhere, if you were just reading for yourself in a little coffee shop, at a park, anywhere like that, because it's modern and it has, I guess, palatable images on it that wouldn't offend anybody if somebody happened to look over your shoulder to see what you were doing. I know this one is cartoony and not everybody's style, but this really does give great reading. And I think sometimes the imagery throws people off, that it, because of the cartoonish look to it, that it couldn't be a deep reader, but it really is. Any deck can be. Looking across the table, you wouldn't even know, unless you knew tarot, really what this deck was about. I think they would have to say to you, oh, what is that? For you to say, oh, it's a tarot deck, because it doesn't look like a traditional tarot deck. And none of the cards look scary in it or anything like that. So this is a great one that I think would be fantastic for an everyday carry. But for me, it wouldn't be protected enough in the bag, and it's a little bit bulky, so I don't think I would take it with me anywhere, but it's fantastic. Same thing with the palatable decks is the Morgan Greer. This deck is such an easy reader, and it's one that I don't think would offend anybody should they see it sitting, you know, next to you somewhere, if you decided to break this out in a restaurant, coffee house, whatever. It has nice color to it. You know, it took me a long time to get this deck. Watching everybody read with it on YouTube and stuff and talk about it really swayed me into picking it up, and I did pick up the full size of it. But if I had this one in a tin, 100% for sure this would go with me as an everyday carry. I just think it's perfect, and I would say the same thing about it that I just said about the Good Karma Tarot. The thing is, my box, man, it is destroyed. It doesn't stay closed anymore. I have to be careful how I store it in my cupboard. I just barely touch this box. It flies open. All the cards fly out all the time. So that's the only reason I don't carry it with me. So in sticking with that portability aspect, the next one I'm going to show is the Broke Bee Tarot Training Deck. This is an independent deck. I found this on Etsy. I found this through Robin at Robin's Reflections channel. I'm trying to see if the name of the shop is on here. But if you look this up on Etsy, I'm sure it would come up. I don't think it's out of print. This is a poker-sized deck. It doesn't have any book with it. It has a quick reference guide here that gives you a quick reference of how to use a deck, and then your cheat sheet. And it talks about the major arcana, the minors, and then it tells you about the wands, the swords, the cups, and the coins, and then it gives you a keyword for your ace through the king. So if you wanted to do that, but you don't need a book for this deck because the meanings or keywords are right on the deck, and they're upright and reversed meanings on the deck, so you have both of them available to you. So this is, I think, perfect to toss in your purse. If it was in a tin, I could probably get a tin for it. I would feel more secure with a tin rather than this tuck box in my deck, but I love this deck. I like the size of it. The keywords are a little, oh, do I have it upside down? No, just those couple cards. The keywords are very tiny, very, very tiny on this deck. So that's something to consider. But this is another one that doesn't have any images on it that would offend anybody in any way. And it's a great little deck to take with you that you could just take out and start using, and nobody would really know what you were using unless they saw the words and knew what tarot was to begin with. So you could take this with you, put it out on the table, and I don't think anybody would be the wiser of what you were reading with. So this is a really fun one. The images are neutral, like I had already stated. I'm going to see if I can find, like, maybe I passed it already, some of the more difficult cards, because I can't remember what's on them. So, let's see. Oh, here's the death card. I mean, I don't see anything scary about that. There's a tattoo there. What about Justice? It's not as scary. I was looking for the Tower. I might have already... Oh, here's the Tower. And there's nothing scary about this one either. So I think this would be great to take with you. A very easy reader because the keywords, like I said, are right there, and very, very portable. And you can find it, I think you can still find it on Etsy. Another independent one that I adore this deck so much, that is on Etsy. I think this is by Printagrams. I've had this deck since Danny Mystic showed it on her channel. God, what, 2, 3, 4 years ago. I love this deck so much. This would be fantastic to take with you, but I'm pretty sure this version is out of print, and therefore it will not leave my house because I love this deck too much. Did I say this is the Divine and Play Tarot? So we have all the majors are done with the black background, and it's your standard Rider-Waite-Smith images on here. And then the minors are like a playing card deck, and I believe it matches up to the like playing card associations also. So it's like a twofold deck. I could use this and for like playing card associations. You could use this with friends just to play cards with. You could use this, throw in the major arcana, do a tarot reading with it. It's very, very versatile, and I love it for that. And it's really nice card. It's a linen cardstock. But yeah, I don't want anything to happen to this deck because I love it so much. If this deck was available again, I would, like I said, probably pick a second copy up and carry it with me all the time because you could use it for many different things. It's very, very versatile. So this is a perfect throw in your bag deck. Another deck that I think would be great for an everyday carry is the Dreamer's Journey Major Arcana Oracle Pocket Edition. This is an independent, so I probably wouldn't carry it with me. Also, the box is very loose, so I would have to have this rubber banded because if I threw this in my purse like that, it would come apart and the cards would be everywhere and then damaged. So the concept of this deck, just in case you don't know about it, it has 48, is that correct? Yeah, 48 cards. Did I say this is by Soul Trees? You can find this on Etsy, I think, but I got this off of her Allison Williams Yee's website, thesoultrees.com. She runs sales all the time, so she's also the one that does the Soul Trees Oracle and the Ascension deck. So this deck has the 22 major arcana cards in it, and then 26 companion cards to it. So it's a really well-rounded deck to have, and it's small enough where you wouldn't have to have the bulky tarot if you didn't want to carry something large like that, because I mean, look, it's a pocket edition, so it's playing card size, so it's perfect to throw in a bag. But again, I wouldn't take it because it's an indie deck and I wouldn't want something to happen to it. There's no guidebook for this deck. It's all based on, or she wants you to use your intuition, I should say. But there's keywords and phrases at the bottom of the card. So should you ever get stumped or stuck or not sure what it means, you could just refer to that. This does great little 3-card readings if that's what you wanted to use it for. It could even do a bigger spread if you wanted to. But yeah, this is a sweet little deck that I think would be perfect to take with you every day, just to get some quick guidance from. But this deck is small enough where if you were like at a little cafe table or something like that, you could have several cards out around you and still have plenty of space on the table to do like a larger reading. So this is, I think, a really great one to travel with, to take with you for whatever reason. One that I have traveled with is the Everyday Witch Tarot Mini. I mean, I know this deck pretty much inside and out, and it is, while it's not a Rider-Waite clone, it does follow the system, and it is tiny enough. I mean, you could do a whole Celtic cross on a table at a restaurant somewhere if you wanted to with this little tiny deck. I think something like this is perfect to carry with you. And this is a super easy reader. This is another one that has very palatable images on it that I don't think would offend anybody that was sitting next to you. I mean, I know there's little witches on there, but these are all cute little, almost Harry Potter style images. Nothing here that is, I think, offensive in any way, if that's something that would concern you. And yeah, this has gone on vacation with us before, so this is a great one to take. I have 2 more tarot decks and an everyday carry. This is 100%. I would take this with me anywhere and everywhere, and that is my Light Seers in a tin. I mean, I know this deck has its lovers and has its haters, and I am a 100% lover of the Light Seer Tarot. Another one I don't think has any images that are offensive on it in any way. I love the modernness of this deck. I think if I was reading for somebody, a friend or family member, this deck would not offend them in any way because of the images on this deck. And I think the images can kind of be relatable to anybody also. I really do. I like this one. I love the fact that it's in a tin now. I already have the larger version, so 100% for sure this would go with me. It is kind of thick though. It's a little bit thicker than the other tin deck that I have to show. So I would have to make sure I had enough room for it, but I wouldn't be afraid of getting this one damaged because it's mass market. I could easily get it again. It's not expensive, and I have the larger version of it. So this makes this one like a 100% yes, take it with you. So this tarot is new to me, and I don't really know it. I haven't read with it yet. I saw it on I can't remember if it was an Instagram channel or it was a YouTube video of this deck being used, and it's the Stoller Tarot. This is by US Games. I think this deck is really cute. All the suits, however, are renamed in it, so there's that factor to it. But this is very cartoon. Let me see what these suits are. They say in here somewhere. The guidebook is nice and small, so I mean it's right there, fits right in the tin. So if you had to reference it for some reason, there you have it. But again, it's very cartoonish, and because of that, there's nothing offensive on here that would bother anybody should they see it. They wouldn't even know what this deck is because it's renamed. I mean, you have your little number up here, and the brooms are wands. What are the balloons? Oh, the balloons are coins. We have buckets in here, and I know the buckets are cups. The majors are named exactly what they are, but so I think this one is adorable. It would be fun to take with you, especially if you were like reading for younger people. Here is a bucket. This is a cup suit. That's a major. Let's see here. But yeah, once you got used to the suits, I don't think it would, you wouldn't have to reference the guidebook for anything because it's, I don't know, pretty standard. I would say, oh, the spoons are the swords. That's the other suit. So yeah. Whoops. I just think it's a cute one. Oh my gosh, this is funny. This is the 6 of spoons. He's got 4 spoons with him. There's the 2 spoons that the shark has. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. So this would be a really fun one. I haven't even paid that much attention to all the images yet, but this would be a really fun one to have out and about with you. I think it would be a good laugh if you were reading for other people. Just something fun and silly, because tarot doesn't have to be serious all the time, which I said in my other video. So that is the Stoller Tarot. I wouldn't mind taking this with me at all. Now, for the last deck I'm going to show, I have done this with my family, and this is really fun to use for that. And this is the Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle. This is only 13 cards. I never would have paid the indie price for this. I got this, I think $7 when Hay House had it on sale. So I'm pretty sure everybody has seen this deck. So I'm just going to, since it's only 13 cards, try to lay it out the best I can here so you can see it. Why I think this is fun to have with you when you're out with friends, especially because this is what we used it for. We couldn't decide on where to get takeout from one night, and each one of us wanted something from somewhere different. So I just so happened I had this deck with me and shuffled up the cards, made everybody pick a card, and then those who got like yes, or you're going in the right direction, or this is a sign, if you got that, then those 3 places were on the table of, okay, well, those are the top 3 in consideration now, and then shuffled them up again, and then everybody picked again to pick the restaurant that you were going to. It's just something fun to do with that. So I can't wait till we go on vacation again and take this with us, because that tends to happen more often on vacation than when we're at home of, you know, where do you want to eat? Where do you want to eat? And each one of us has a different thing. I think that would be something fun to choose a place to go, to choose a place to eat, to choose an activity to do, or something like that when you can't make your mind up. This is the perfect oracle to have in your, on the go with you, in order to do something fun like that, especially since it is so tiny. It's only 13 cards. It doesn't weigh a lot. Throw it in your bag on the go, and you know, you could play this little game and it would be fun. So that's what I would use this one for. It would be a definite go with me also. So the decks that would be a 100% everyday carry would be this one, my Light Seer, the Stoller in a Tin, my When My Soul Whispered, my Roots and Wings Oracle. Now, if I had the Morgan Greer in a tin, yes. If I could get this in a smaller version, I would 100% take the Good Karma Tarot with me. I would like to have this in a smaller version. This would 100% go with me. Oh, and the Everyday Witch Tarot. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you being here. Let me know in the comments if you did this video. I've kind of watched, I think, the majority of them, but let me know if you have, and if you haven't, let me know what decks that you either carry with you or that you would definitely 100% throw in your bag and take with you for the day. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for being here today, and until I see you next time, bye.